chanting, every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, that is Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to our next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. But before moving to the session, I would like to know who are all present on the call today. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण अनिता माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, प्रीतिदासी from Charlotte. हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashovati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashomati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Are you okay, Mataji?
I'm little sick, coughing too much, coughing and weakness.
Okay, take care, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Anybody else who would like to introduce?
Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Assembled devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from Canada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
All glory to Srila Prabhupada. I'm from Mauritius. My name is Kripali Keshavi. So all glories. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Kripalu Keshavi Mataji. Nice name, Mataji. Hari Bol from Mauritius. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Is this the first time, Mataji?
Yeah, the first time.
Hari Bol. Wish you welcome to the call, actually, and please join us every day and give us your association, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. A very big Hari Bol to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Elcott.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. So we will move on to the next session, I hope. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I once again welcome all of you to this conference call. And today we will be moving on to our next section, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be given by Her Grace Sridevi Mataji. And here is an introduction about Mataji. Sridevi Mataji has been practicing Krishna consciousness for almost 25 years. She is based in Mayapur and has traveled extensively throughout different parts of Europe, teaching the essence of Bhakti Yoga. And Mataji is also a qualified mental health professional and has been offering therapy to devotees since 2002. She also offers practice as a pediatrician and newborn care specialist. And we are very fortunate to have Mataji, and Mataji will always impress us with her very wonderful questions also. Thank you so much, Mataji. I don't think so. Mataji has joined the call. No, I think.
Not yet, Mataji.
Okay. So in that case, then we'll move on to the introduction. Anyone who would like to introduce themselves, you can introduce now also. Because they have missed.
Stop! Okay, what happened? When you were small, you used to play with.
Yes, Mataji joined. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining us today and giving us your valuable time and association. And we are very eagerly waiting for your class, Mataji. A very enthusiastic, power packed class. Waiting for that. So dear devotees, I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha conference call. And today's class will be given by Her Grace Sridevi Mataji. And the topic is from Canto 7, Chapter 15, verses 32 and 33. Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes. Whenever you're ready, please take over, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Anita. Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to our wonderful Guru Maharajas everywhere. And all glories to all the devotees who have gathered together. I humbly offer my obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patita nam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And I humbly seek your blessings, your prayers, your good wishes, so that by your mercy, by your empowerment, I may be given some good intelligence and given some recall and given the power of speech so that I can speak something that is truthful, beneficial, and pleasing to the Vaishnavas, Guru, and Krishna. Hari Bol. So, yes, we are on Canto 7, which is the science of God. And we are in the very last chapter, which is called Instructions for Civilized Human Beings. And we are at a very interesting verse, which is, as Anita Mataji said, it is 7, 15, 32, and 33. So before we jump into this verse, we'll start with the invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nasta Prayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. I hope everyone can see the verse on the board, which goes like this, and we will recite it. You're welcome to recite it wherever you are, because Sanskrit is very purifying and reading these verses is very purifying. Pranapana I humbly request you to mute yourselves, because otherwise there's discordance, everybody is speaking at different times, that's why. प्राणापानाओ सनिरुन्ध्यात् पूरकुम्भकरे चकैः यावन् मनस्त्यजेत् कामान् स्वनासाग्रनिरीक्षणः यतो यतो निहर सरति मनः कामः तं भ्रमत् ततस्तत उपहृत्य हृदि रुन्ध्याच्चनैर्बुधः. Synonyms and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we'll go into the translation in respect of time. So this is the translation. While continuously staring at the tip of the nose, a learned yogi practices the breathing exercises through the tactical means known as Purak, Kumbhak, and Rechak, controlling inhalation, exhalation, and then stopping them both. In this way, the yogi restricts his mind from material attachments and gives up all mental desires. As soon as the mind, being defeated by lusty desires, drifts towards feelings of sense gratification, the yogi should immediately bring it back and arrest it within the core of his heart. Purport. The practice of yoga is concisely explained herein. When this practice of yoga is perfect, one sees the super soul, the Paramatma feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead within the core of one's heart. However, In Bhagavad Gita 6:47, the Supreme Lord says, Yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo mataha. Of all yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. A devotee can immediately become a perfect yogi because he practices keeping Krishna constantly within the core of his heart. This is another way to practice yoga easily. The Lord says, Manmana bhava madbat bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Always think of me and become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage to me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you're my very dear friend. If one practices devotional service by always keeping Krishna within the core of his heart, manmana, he immediately becomes a first-class yogi. Furthermore, keeping Krishna within the mind is not a difficult task for the devotee. For an ordinary man, in the bodily concept of life, the practice of yoga, here it means hatha yoga, may be helpful. But one who immediately takes to devotional service can immediately become a perfect yogi without difficulty. Om Agyanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So now in this particular verse, what is being described is the pranayam part of the Ashtanga Yoga process. What is Ashtanga Yoga? Ashtanga Yoga, Ashta means 8 and Anga means limb. So there are 8 limbs of this Ashtanga Yoga process by which little by little by little the yogi gains mastery over his self. First externally and then internally. So it consists of yama, niyama, asana, then pranayam, then pratyahar, then dharana, then dhyana, and then finally samadhi. So the whole process is going inwards from the outward. So the initial part is actually focusing on the body. That is why the initial 4 parts are called hatha yoga sometimes. And then the latter second part is called the dhyana yoga part. Actually, it is the 7th limb, dhyana yoga. And then the whole process itself is called ashtanga yoga, by which the yogi becomes completely still in samadhi and he can see the super soul within. Now, this is a very laborious, very troublesome process, as Krishna himself explains in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, let me explain a little bit about the word purak, rechak and all that. What is purak? Inhalation. Rechak is exhalation. And kumbhaka means holding or retention of the breath. And there are 2 types again of that. There is bahya kumbhaka and antara. That means retention of the breath at the end of exhalation or retention of the breath at the end of inhalation. So these are all different types of yogic postures as well as yogic procedures just to still the mind and bring the senses under control. The yogi should sit in a secluded place, sit on kusha grass, This is again described in chapter 6 in the Dhyana Yoga chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We can go to that verse. I think it's 6, chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga, 11 and 12 and 13, 14, I think. Yeah. Can we go to those two verses, please? You know, here it is the exact description of what is being portrayed over here. In this Dhyana Yoga chapter, Krishna is explaining to Arjun how this yogic process is to be performed. And here it is said, to practice this yoga, one should go to a secluded place, should lay kusha grass on the ground, cover it with deer skin. Seat should neither be too high nor too low. He should sit on it very firmly and practice yoga to purify the heart by controlling his mind, senses, activities, and fixing the mind on one point. This is how yogis of old would go to secluded places, forests, caves, hills, mountains, Himalayas, etc. And in the next verse, it is described how one must sit down. One should hold one's body, neck, and head erect in a straight line and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Thus, with an unagitated, subdued mind, devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me within the heart and make me the ultimate goal of life. So all this is still describing Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Hatha Yoga, etc. Now, in the early days, you will be intrigued to hear how the hippie disciples of Srila Prabhupada had got very interested in yoga. Michael Grant, who later on became Mukunda Goswami, had started dabbling in Hatha Yoga. Umapati Maharaj, then he was called Wali. He used to read books on Zen Buddhism and he was very much taken up with Buddhist ideas. Then we have Hayagriva, who was Howard Wheeler, who was interested in Sanskrit and had dabbled in learning Sanskrit. So these were the people who were coming to Prabhupada with some vague ideas about yoga and how to attain God realization. So Prabhupada, and what does Prabhupada say? You will be really amused to hear. We are not teaching you to press the nose and to do gymnastics. This is what Prabhupada said to them. Said, I am here to teach you that Krishna is a person and you can develop a relationship with him. And how you can develop a relationship is what I'm here to teach you. So he says, yoga means mystic power, not this yoga playing some gymnastics. That is not yoga. Yoga means when one becomes perfect in yoga, he gets many siddhis. But the real process is to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dhyana vastita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yoginaha. That's Srimad Bhagavatam 12:13:1. I'm reading out from Prabhupada's quotes. The yogi's business is by controlling the mind to focus it toward Krishna or Lord Vishnu. That is the real yoga system. So Prabhupada is making it very clear that we are not here to teach you, to make your body very fit for excellent sex life or to impress this one or to, gather many followers and to have a big yoga club and make a lot of money. That is not yoga. That is some travesty which is passing off as yoga. And there are plenty of cheaters who come to teach, I will teach you this, I will teach you that. And they simply rob the innocent public and the persons are not any wiser about God, at least. They may learn some yogic postures, but they don't get God realization. Some of you may have read The Journey Home. In that, Radhanath Maharaj describes what all people he met and along the way how many kinds of cheaters are also there and how many kinds of people who are interested in Siddhic powers also. He was once with a group of yogis who would suddenly levitate, suddenly up off the ground. But again, mystic powers are not the goal of the bhakta who only wants to serve Krishna with love. And that is the best means to capture Krishna. So, to go back again to this verse, when Srila Prabhupada, I will read you a very amusing recall of Umapati Maharaj, Umapati Swami. I had been reading Buddhist books that said, you cannot say it is, you cannot say it is not. You cannot say it both is and is not. You cannot say it neither is nor is not. Now, if that isn't the most confusing thing. So when Srila Prabhupada said, the Supreme Absolute Truth is a person, I thought that was the most intelligent thing I'd heard in my whole life. It made so much sense that I knew that I had found the person I was looking for. Jai Srila Prabhupada, who has come as Senapati Bhakta of Lord Chaitanya to dispel the darkness of ignorance in this age of Kali and to show the light to millions and millions and millions of people who are searching for a genuine, real Guru who will take them back home, back to Godhead. And that Guru is Srila Prabhupada. And how fortunate we are that we have been given this mercy so that we can spread the message of Srila Prabhupada to the whole world. So, in the initial days, people were very confused. They were looking for something. Some of them were taking LSD. Some of them thought getting drunk is the answer. Going to higher levels of consciousness means you have to do drugs, you have to do this, or you have to engage in reckless sex and all kinds of misconceptions, half-baked notions, deluded ideas. But when Prabhupada came and gave them the truth, immediately everyone understood, here's a genuine sadhu. Here's really a man of God. Here's a person who is not here to cheat me because he's only giving love. Prabhupada asked nothing from anyone. On the other hand, he simply gave. He simply gave. He said, I have not come here to beg anything from you. I have come to give you something, love of God. This is Prabhupada's attitude. And it does well for each one of us to meditate on this, you know. I say this because ISKCON has become such a donation culture that people are embarrassed now. They say things like, oh, you go to ISKCON, first thing they ask for donation. We don't want to become like this, you know. We don't want to get this kind of reputation. We have something so valuable and so wonderful and so matchless that we should feel very proud of what Prabhupada has given us. And we should share that with the world with a feeling of what to say, we are here to give you something. We are not here to beg anything from you. That should be our attitude. So again, what is Srila Prabhupada trying to explain to us? Srila Prabhupada is saying, you want to be a yogi? Bhaktya mam abhijanati. By devotional service, I am to be known. Vedaischa sarver aham eva vedya. Vedantakrit vedavid eva chaham. What is that? 15. What is that? How does it go? Sarvasya chaham. Let's go to that verse. Sarvasya chaham riddhi
Sannishto Matta
smriti jnanam apohanam cha Vedaischa sarva aham eva vedya. Vedantakrit vedavid eva chaham.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Sorry for interruption. There is a YouTube live policy that children are not supposed to be seen. There is a little boy studying. Can you just tilt your camera a little bit so that he's not being seen here?
Okay. Yes.
Sorry for interrupting you, Mataji.
That's my grandson. He's studying for Bhakti Shastri. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Sorry for interruption.
No problem. Thank you. You're protecting him. I'm appreciating that. Yeah. So, where were we? Yeah. I am seated in everyone's heart as the super soul. From me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedanta and the knower of the Vedas. So Krishna himself is declaring, you want to know me? I am the goal of all the Vedas. I am the person whom you are looking for. And how will you attain me? Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Let's go to that verse. It's 1854 or 55. Can we just look up that verse? Because Krishna is not impressed by Vedic powers, Siddhic powers, vast amounts of knowledge. By all these things, we cannot capture Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is only captured by love. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yaman yaschasmi tatvataha tato mam tatvato gnatva vishate tad anantaram. Let's go to the translation too. One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. So this is the very easy, sweet, sublime absolutely applicable to our daily lives process of attaining God consciousness. On the other hand, the roundabout process, you can hold your nose like this, or you can do like this and try to hold your nose, which is easier. Obviously, the most simple, direct way is the best. So the yogis who are trying to learn through Siddhic powers about God or through Jnana Yoga, they want to merge into the Brahman effulgence, or they want to acquire mystic powers. These people are still not getting the point. What is that? God is a person and he wants a loving relationship with us. In fact, we have a loving relationship that can never be annihilated. We are just covered over, so we have forgotten it. But the soul can never be separated from Krishna. Krishna is always with us and we are always with Krishna because we are inseparable parts and particles of Krishna, having the same qualities of Krishna, which is eternality, full of knowledge and full of bliss. That is our real nature. I am spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. So to attain this self-realization, what is the ways and means? Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the topmost process, and it is the most simple, easy, sweet process that Srila Prabhupada has given us. And here, Krishna himself is saying, of all yogis, the one with great faith who abides in me, rendering transcendental loving service unto me, the most intimately united with me and is the best of all. Krishna himself declares that this is the best yogi. So why not take up this process of simple, sweet bhakti yoga, which we are doing? And what is that process? Chant the holy names, read Srimad Bhagavatam, discuss Krishna Katha, do Krishna Kirtan, offer your food with love and devotion to Krishna, engage in some practical devotional service, serve and associate with the devotees, purify your consciousness, and through this method, we become pure in our hearts, so much so that Krishna one day, someday, will be pleased to come and stay in our heart. And then once he comes, we capture him and don't let him go. So our method is a very easy process that Srila Prabhupada has given us because this is Lord Chaitanya's desire. Lord Chaitanya knows we are not capable of very much in this day and age, being very fallen, very weak. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, pramati balavad dridam, tasyaham nigraham manye, vayoriva sudushkaram. What does Krishna say? Arjuna said to Krishna, when Krishna is describing all this yogic process, sit on the kushagra, secluded place, stare at the tip of the nose, unagitated mind, overcome sex desire, do all. Oh, Krishna, impossible. I cannot do this. It is too hard. It is too difficult. For the mind is restless, obstinate, turbulent, and very strong. Oh, Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. So this other yogic processes, they are very troublesome and they are very long drawn out. And in the end, one may not even get the desired result because if you make one little mistake, fall down again. On the other hand, the devotee doesn't take any such risk. He simply wants to get back actually his loving relationship, which is lying dormant. It is there in everyone's heart. Every living entity has pure love for Krishna. It is there. Nobody can take it away. Nobody can inject it either. It is already existing. We just have to uncover it. We just have to peel back all these layers of conditioning that has made us forget who we are and what we have. So this uncovering process is Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Bhavamaha Davagni Nirvapanam, Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitranam, Vidya Vidhu Jivanam, Anandam Buddhivardhanam, Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam, Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. And Lord Chaitanya gives it this complete stamp of approval. When he was asked why he is chanting and dancing like a sentimentalist, his answer was, My spiritual master considered me a great fool. He said, you simply chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And after chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, I have become like a madman. I just sing and dance and I'm just lost in love of Krishna. So this is the very high, of course. Lord Chaitanya is in Mahabhav, which we cannot even understand. Only three people know Mahabhav, that is Radharani, Lord Chaitanya, and Madhvendra Puri. But we can try in our own small, humble way to at least become steady, at least reach Nishtha. That we must try for. Why? Because once we reach Nishtha, then further progress becomes somewhat easier. It is like, till we reach Nishtha, it's like climbing uphill with a backpack full of heavy stones, big boulders almost. But as you throw out all those anarthas one by one, the backpack gets lighter and lighter. And then now the uphill climb is not so much of a difficulty as it was with all our anarthas pulling us down. And what's more, we still have, Nishtha means 75% of our anarthas are gone. Still 25% is there. But what is it? 25% compared to 100%? It's only a small portion, isn't it? So we must aim for at least coming to Nishtha by steadily, sincerely, regularly, daily applying ourselves to the process of Bhakti Yoga with faith and conviction that one day the desired result will come. And promise, this is a promise. Srila Prabhupada promises this. He says, success is sure for the rigid practitioner. Now, I'm not making up this. This is there in 6th chapter, verse 24. Let's go there. So you know that I'm not, pulling out things out of my head. This is actually been said by Srila Prabhupada. It is in the purport, the 3rd sentence. Why do I know it? Because I keep going back to it again and again. That's why.
Can you please repeat the verse number?
624. Bhagavad Gita 624. Let's look at it. It's a very nice verse. Okay, there we go. Yes, here we go. Just see how beautiful this is. Let's read the translation and then a little bit of the purport. One should engage oneself in the practice of yoga. Here it means bhakti yoga, with determination and faith, and not be deviated from the path. One should abandon without exception all material desires born of mental speculation, and thus control all the senses on all sides by the mind. Purport. The yoga practitioner should be determined and should patiently prosecute the practice without deviation. One should be sure of success at the end and pursue this course with great perseverance, not becoming discouraged if there's any delay in the attainment of success. Success is sure for the rigid practitioner. Haribol! Regarding Bhakti Yoga, Rupa Goswami says, Utsahan nischayat dhairyat tat karma pravartanat sangatyagat sato vritte shadbhir bhakti prasidhyati. One can execute the process of Bhakti Yoga successfully with full-hearted enthusiasm, perseverance and determination by following the prescribed duties in the association of devotees and by engaging completely in the activities of goodness. So, my dear spirit souls, we have hit the jackpot over here. I tell you, there's nothing better than this. And yes, it will take time. Yes, it will take effort. But just imagine, Prabhupada is reassuring us, you will succeed in the end. Now, who gives us guarantee of anything in this material world? You tell me, which place gives guarantee of anything? In this material world, everywhere there's the fine print which says, we cannot give guarantee for this, we cannot give guarantee for that. You buy 5 years warranty for that. You go to a lawyer. You think you have a airtight, open shut case. I've got all the proof. This person cheated me. He took all this. This is the thing. This is the thing. I'm innocent. I gave all my information and he misused it. Please help me. Please help me. What does the lawyer say? I will do my best, but I cannot give any guarantees. What judgment the judge? But I'll take your money. and I will fight your case to the best of my ability. But what is the outcome? I cannot say, right? You go to a doctor, you have a very serious illness. Doctor, save me, please, 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 do everything. I have to come out of this alive. I have so many plans. Doctor says, I will do my best. I will do the surgery. But what is the outcome? You have to sign the informed consent that the doctor is not responsible if something goes wrong. This is, everyone covers themselves with this. I cannot guarantee. But your Prabhupada is giving us guarantee. Success is sure for the rigid practitioner. Hari Bol! Isn't that the best news ever? Prabhupada, the Senapati Bhakt, the commander-in-chief of Lord Chaitanya, is giving us guarantee. So yes, we will stumble, we will fall, we will make mistakes. We are not perfect. We have a lot of anarthas, but we are like little children. We are still learning. Does a child stop running just because he stumbles and falls initially? How many times does a little 1-year-old, 2-year-old stumble and fall? Do they give up walking? No. And one fine day they're running all over the place, and mama and daddy are holding their heads and saying, stop, stop, stop. So Srila Prabhupada writes in one letter, yes, it is natural that you will stumble and fall because you are still learning the process. But take heart, take courage. The day will come when you will become steady in your service. So at least we should try for steadiness, because from this point on, life gets a little bit less complicated because you're more at peace with yourself and with the world and with everything. And you're able to actually relish Krishna consciousness. You're able to actually get a little taste now for chanting, for serving, for associating, which you didn't have before. So the point I'm trying to make is take courage, don't lose faith, don't lose hope, even though it's difficult. We are on the best path back home, back to Godhead. Hari Bol. Thank you so much for listening patiently. I hope sincerely I've covered all the points that are mentioned over here. And Prabhupada is teaching us how to worship Krishna. Manmana bhava madbhakto. Yeah, let's go to that one. Let's go to 1865 because that sums it up. Because there Prabhupada says, life should be molded in such a way that one should be thinking of Krishna 24 hours a day. 1865. Let's end with that because it's a very beautiful verse. There we go. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. The most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him and act for him. One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna. One should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are in connection with Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. And the Lord's promise is that anyone who is in such pure Krishna consciousness will certainly return to the abode of Krishna, where he will be engaged in the association of Krishna face to face. This most confidential part of knowledge is spoken to Arjuna because he is the dear friend of Krishna. Everyone who follows the path of Arjuna can become a dear friend to Krishna and obtain the same perfection as Krishna. Just see. And of course, later it goes to describe one should focus on Krishna, the beautiful two-handed form of Shyamasundar. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is beautifully shining in the realm of Gokul, with a figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, with a beautiful peacock feather in his hair, with eyes blooming large like lotus petals, holding his transcendental flute. Yellow silk dhoti. So many wonderful descriptions are there. That is our Krishna, and he is waiting for us to come back to him. Hari Bol. Thank you all so much. We will now open up for comments, questions, realizations, and corrections.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for that wonderful class. Very nicely you explained. It was fully you were saying we have to remember about Krishna. Somehow or the other we have to remember. That's all. So nice, Mataji. Very nice. Devotees, any questions or realizations you can share with Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Sridevi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a beautiful, beautiful class. Very grateful to you. Your class is very nice, Mataji. I feel like you are speaking to only me, not to all other people. It's like in person, so lively, Mataji, so natural, so beautiful, Mataji. The way you took to the through the purport and explain us how this yoga or mystic things is not going to work. Is not going to work. Finally, we have to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada, who has said has like chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the final thing. Thank you, Mataji. Very, very grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you for receiving my humble attempt to serve you all so gracefully, graciously, and warmly. I feel very blessed that you are encouraging me in my small, humble little attempt to serve you. I'm just a little ant plodding along, trying to do my little bit. So I'm very grateful for your kind reception. I'm not very learned. I'm not very scholarly. I'm not very intelligent. Honestly, I'm just telling you the truth. All I have is a little bit of enthusiasm, and my Guru Maharaj is fanning the flames. That's all. So thank you so much. Please pray for me to do better.
Haribol, Mataji. You're awesome, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Grateful to you. Hare Krishna. May we know your name? I couldn't see you.
Mataji, this is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare.
Now I see you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vinita. Hare Krishna. Haribol.
Priti Vilasini Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. It's such a delight to hear your classes. I look forward to it. And so much clarity, Mataji. I just want to thank you. First of all these years, I always synonymously used Hatha Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga. But today, when I was hearing your class, I could clearly demark which part is Hatha, which part is Dhyana, and then how the entire thing is called as Ashtanga. And then later, as you went through the class, quoting the life of different disciples of Srila Prabhupada, their experiences, and then how important it is for us to actually just focus on Krishna. You quoted so many verses from Bhagavad Gita and made it so clear. I just felt so happy. It was such a nice class. I learned so much today. And whenever I listen to you, you're such a Srila Prabhupada lady. You always just quote from Srila Prabhupada's words, and it's really, really heartwarming, Mataji. So grateful for your association. These classes are to be preserved. Thank you so much. So grateful to you.
Thank you. Thank you for encouraging me. Yes, all we have is Srila Prabhupada, Priti Vilasini. Srila Prabhupada's words are the beacon of light in this darkness of Kali Yuga. There's nothing else. There's no one else. There's no need to look at. I mean, in fact, if we look anywhere else, we'll get deviated actually. We have to stick to Prabhupada's words like drowning men holding on to a rope lifeline, you know. Really, because there's nothing else. There's nothing else. He is the Senapati Bhakt who has come to save us. So close your eyes, close your ears, only Prabhupada. Finish. Don't look right, don't look left.
Thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Thank you. Hari Bol.
Hari. I just liked the last you said. Close your eyes, close your ears, just go. Like the horse when they are put that mask, you know. So that will not get deviated. Yes, Mataji, as you said, this material world is there is a high chance each and every moment we are getting deviated. Even
yes. And it's so attractive, you know, so many things on YouTube and so many fancy gurus coming along, each presenting something new, something different. What is that? What is that? Like this, you know, the mind is very chanchal and we can easily get deviated because we'll get allured by all the wrong things.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. And we have very nice glorifications in the chat for the class. Sorry, can you hear me? We have nice glorifications in the chat, Mataji, about the class.
Acha. Everyone is very kind to me. I don't know. I don't deserve it. I don't, if you all were really very strict, you would say, Mataji, you didn't do this right. You didn't say this right. But you all are so kind. You're just encouraging me, even though I have not done anything, worthy of commendation. Still, you are very kind enough to commend it. So I'm very grateful to you for encouraging me.
So nice of your humbleness, Mataji. At least 0.1% I should get of that humbleness, Liz. So the glorification, very nice. Tripti Mataji has written, even if you pulling it out of head is so much more intellectual. Then some of us, it's so joyful and interesting to listen to your thoughts. And yeah, we have hand raised Divya Kalra Mataji.
Hi
Mataji,
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for
Hey
the class,
Krishna Divya
Mataji.
ji, please accept
Thank you,
mine. All
Mataji.
glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, joining us all the way from UK.
Thank you, Mataji. Very, very wonderful class, Mataji. I really didn't understand the word Nishtha. I was just meditating. Is it truthfulness? Is it faithfulness towards Krishna? When you were explaining that 75-25% ratio, so could you please elaborate what Nishtha exactly means in this context?
Yeah, sure. Very nice question. Very, very
Thank
nice
you.
question. It is a stage, the stage in our bhakti process, because the very first is sadhu sangha, we come into association of devotees. The second is shraddha, we start developing a little faith. Then when we actually understand the need for a spiritual master and take initiation, that is the third stage known as bhajana kriya. And that's when our real spiritual life begins. Initiation means beginning. And the spiritual master understands our psychological, biological nature and our anarthas, our conditioning, and gives specific instructions so that we get purified from all that conditioning. This is the specific, blessing of the Guru, that he teaches you what you should avoid, what you should work on, what you should give up. All these things are told to the student. And under the spiritual master's instructions, we do what is called anartha nivriti. Anartha means unwanted things, things that are just troublesome and which we don't need. Lust, anger, greed, illusion, pride, envy, and all their cousins. So the spiritual master knows exactly what medicine to give and how it is to be taken. So he will guide the student, the disciple, accordingly, so that anartha nivriti, that means clearing up of all these nasty things, takes place. And when 75% of the heart is cleared, then we reach the point of steadiness, which is called nishtha. That is the fifth stage. So after nishtha comes ruchi, asakti, bhav, and then prem. Ruchi means taste. One actually begins to get taste for holy name, taste for service, taste for association, like that. Asakti means when one cannot not think of Krishna, one is always thinking of Krishna. Bhava is even further, deeper into that, more and more absorption. And prema is, of course, complete love of God. So these are all the stages that we have to go through to reach the point of pure love of God. So nishtha is one important stage that we must all really try hard to attain, so that we are not pulled down again. Because until then, the anarthas will keep dragging us back down. But at nishtha, we can hold firm. We don't fall back down. That is why it is important.
Okay. That's very helpful, Mataji. Thank you. Understood now. Thank you so
Nice
much. Hare
question.
Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji, for that question, and thank you so much for that reply also, Mataji. Very clear understanding of what is Nishta. And I see that this process of devotion service, it takes lifetime after lifetime, I feel, because the anartha, it keeps pulling us down, right? So in that stage, when we go and we are getting stuck in that stage. So first of all, we'll have to take initiation, and after that initiation, this anartha nivriti stage part comes, and it takes lifetimes after lifetime. So
actually, this the stage is so difficult, as you rightly said, that sometimes it can take many lifetimes. It can, because the anarthas are very, very deep. But Prabhupada said, finish up your business in this one life. Don't come back again and again. So once we have this realization, my gosh, I have done this so many times in my past lives. This lifetime, somehow or the other, I must break through. I must give up all this nonsense. Then Krishna actually helps. Krishna sees, okay, this time she has become sincere. This time she has become serious. And he helps. He actually helps. Because Prabhupada really wants us to take full advantage of this process and go back home. So we, at least in this lifetime, we must think, Prabhupada has made it so easy. Let me try my level best to go back in this very life. Even though it might take many lifetimes, we should not think like that. We should think, how can I make it in this life? Please help me, Krishna. Don't waste time. Don't come back again and again. Because Kali, the reason I say this is Kali Yuga is only getting worse and worse and worse. That is one. It is going to become more difficult materially to survive here. It is very, very difficult situation already. And you know the descriptions in the 12th canto, what's going to happen. So why should we even, it's in fact worse. You go to heavenly planets, spend 10,000 years there and come down here, Hare Krishna movement will be finished. Why take that risk? Why take that risk? We don't want to take any such risk. Second, whatever has blocked you in previous lifetime, it will come again. It will come up again to block us. So why should we say, okay, I'll do it in next lifetime and again risk, getting blocked at that. Let's break through that blockage and keep going forward.
Very rightly said, Mataji. As you said, even Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj also says, when you finish his life, okay, if you're not advanced in bhakti, if you want to take it in next lifetime, then you don't know after 10,000 years what will happen. When you are born within this 10,000 years, it's fine. But after 10,000 years, if you are born, then the moment is gone and already gone at that point of time. So there is no point, means there is no hope at that point of time.
Right.
Even
It's
knowing
very
these
risky
things.
to think like that. Yeah.
Sorry, Mataji. So knowing
Yeah,
these
you're
also
right.
practically, in my case, I feel it's really, I feel that, I don't know whether this lifetime I can make it out. So it will take lifetimes after lifetimes, I feel. So I don't know what hope
Even Prabhupada said it will take crores of lifetime for me in this surgery. But Prabhupada, can you imagine Prabhupada saying that? So obviously we can honestly admit, yes, I have many, many anarthas and it may take many lifetimes, but let me try. Let me try, because Prabhupada said, I have the key to the back door. So there is hope. Hope against hope. Because Prabhupada might let me in through the back door. It's like school. See, I might be just failing by 2 marks, okay, or 3 marks. But if the teacher has seen that I have really struggled, I have really applied myself, I have really tried very hard, then when it comes to giving passing grade, she thinks, I'll give her grace marks. I'll give her grace marks. She's really tried. So Prabhupada will give us grace marks if we try. You know what I mean? So let us all try for that passing grade.
Yeah, Prabhupada, we have that conversation with his devotees, with his disciples also, right? Like, how come we can get out of this? So he said, you just chant and hold my dhoti. I will take you back.
Exactly. See, the mercy of the Guru is so wonderful. They're so kind. They're so merciful. Oceans of mercy. Whether it's Bhakti Charu Maharaj, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, Suhotra Swami, Shubhag Swami, Chapataka Swami, Chandramauli Swami, Gopal Krishna Maharaj, Rompad Swami, Radhanath Maharaj, Sachinanda Maharaj. We have so many wonderful Maharajas all over. Prabhupada has given us this gift. And they're all just like Prabhupada, so merciful. We just want to cling to their lotus feet and beg them, please help me to go back. Please help me to go back. And surely the pure spiritual master being so merciful, in the daily prayers we sing, isn't it? It is by his mercy that divine knowledge is revealed within our heart, destroying ignorance and bestowing pure love for Krishna. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. The second line in Guru Vandanam prayers, It is by the grace of the spiritual master that we can cross this material existence and attain the mercy of Krishna. Attachment to his lotus feet is the best means of spiritual advancement. His mercy fulfills all desires for spiritual perfection. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bando Mui Savadhana Mate. So all we have to do is cling to the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj and he will drag us across by the shikha all the way.
Very, very, means like seeing you so enthusiastically saying, giving us these points and all. No, it's we are also getting that enthusiasm, Mataji. Thank you so much for making us to awake, means giving us awake throughout the class and throughout the question and answer session also. And we have. I'm sorry, I will read the glorification, Mataji. Actually, so they are really very wonderful. So Kanika Govindan Mataji has written, we need your enthusiasm for persistent practice. So, and then Harita Mataji has written, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, very insightful class with lot of enthusiasm. And then Madan Gopal Prabhu has written, so inspiring class. And Parvati Mataji has written, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and all devotees. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. This class is so hope-giving and giving energy to bounce back in my services. Hari Bol, Hari Hari. And then again, Tripti Mataji has written, the way you do enthusiastically talking and we seeing it from your soul. And so we hang on to you when you going up and up in bhakti. We will be holding your feet when you're going up. Look out for us, please. We want to go in this life, don't want to take another chance. And finally, our Induleka Mataji has written, your class is so engaging, completely Shastic and gives us so much hope. You're inspiring us to try harder to go back to Krishna in this lifetime itself.
See, it is all Guru Maharaj's mercy. Guru Maharaj says of me, he says, you're a complete rascal, but all you have is enthusiasm. So I have this one little thing I'm hanging on to for dear life. And Guru Maharaj, as I said, is fanning that flame a little bit. That's how I'm alive. So whatever little bit we have, if we use in bhakti, Krishna will give us more. Krishna will give us more. It's not like I have not had my shares of terrible tragedies and ups and downs and severe challenges, and so many things have happened in my life. But one thing is completely 100%, I share this with my heart. Guru Maharaj's mercy is phenomenal. It will pull you through anything. And in the end, you will say thank you. In the beginning, you may be crying, but in the end, you will say thank you, Krishna. So Guru Maharaj's mercy is unbelievable, unfathomable, invaluable, completely priceless, and is the best way to go forward in bhakti. Just hanging on to the lotus words from the lotus mouth of Guru. Make those words your life and soul and go forward in bhakti with full confidence that Krishna will protect you.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a very nice hope-giving words. So, yeah, thank you once again. And we do not have any hand raise or questions in the chat box. Only thing is, we'll be having glorifications. Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a very, very enthusiastic class and very hope-giving words. And we want your association in future also. With your permission, we'll end the call here, Mataji. And devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Mataji. Vancha
kalpatarupesha kripa sindhu preravacha
पतितानां
पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो
नमो
नमः।
नमः। कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
जय।
भगवान की जय,
Thank you so much,
माता जी की जय।